Hello everyone, welcome to Current Affair MCQs program. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was, the Gargill formula developed for allocating central assistance funds to states was introduced in 4th 5-year plan, 6th 5-year plan, 8th 5-year plan or 2nd 5-year plan. The correct answer is option A, 4th 5-year plan. The Gargill formula is named after Dhananjay Ramchandra Gargill, a social scientist and the vice chairman of the Planning Commission of India. It was formulated during the 4th 5-year plan for the distribution of land transfers amongst the states. The 4th 5-year plan was a plan based on the Ashok Rudra Menon model. The main objective was to develop stability and attain economic self-reliance. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Now, let's begin today's session. First question is, consider the following. 1. Bhitarkanika Wildlife Sanctuary. 2. Sundarban Delta. 3. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The saltwater crocodile can be found in which of the above locations? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 only or 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. The estuarine or saltwater crocodile is the largest living reptile on the earth. The saltwater crocodile, the marsh crocodile and the ghadial are India's 3 main species of crocodilians. The FAMPET. This family consists of 24 species and includes true crocodiles, alligators, caiman and the ghadial. The saltwater crocodile is found in only 3 locations in the country today. A large population is present within the Bhitarkanika Wildlife Sanctuary in Odisha. Smaller populations occur throughout the Sundarbans Delta, and it is also present within the mangrove forest and other coastal areas of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Next question, consider the following statements regarding Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary. 1. It will be the second home for cheetahs in India after Kuno National Park. 2. The Betwa River cuts the sanctuary into 2 almost equal halves. 3. It has a savanna ecosystem comprising open grasslands interspersed with dry deciduous trees and shrubs. How many of the statements given above are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3 or none? The correct answer is option B, only 2. The Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary will be the second home for cheetahs in India after the Kuno National Park. It has completed its preparations for the reintroduction of the cheetahs from Africa. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The Chambal River cuts the sanctuary into 2 almost equal halves. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. It has a savanna ecosystem comprising open grasslands interspersed with dry deciduous trees and shrubs. The riverine valleys, however, are evergreen. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Next question, regarding the direct seeding of rice or DSR, consider the following statements. 1. Rice seeds are sown directly in the field instead of growing seedlings in a nursery and then transplanting them into flooded fields. 2. DSR delivers faster planting and maturing and conserves scarce resources like water and labor. 3. It is widely practiced in Asian countries. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 only, 3 only or 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option A, 1 and 2 only. Under direct seeding of rice, seeds are sown directly into the field as opposed to the traditional method of growing seedlings in a nursery and then transplanting into flooded fields. Hence, statement 1 is correct. DSR delivers faster planting and maturing and conserves scarce resources like water and labor. It saves irrigation water by 12 to 35% under efficient water management practices. Hence, statement 2 is correct. It is widely practiced in the United States and South America, but productivity challenges have limited its wide-scale adoption in Asia. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Next question, consider the following statements related to the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act 1967. 1. It empowers the central government to designate individuals as terrorists based on their activities. 2. It allows for the prosecution of Indian and foreign nationals for offences committed outside India under certain conditions. Which of the above statements is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, both 1 and 2 or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. The Unlawful Activities Prevention Act 1967 was enacted to provide for more effective prevention of certain unlawful activities of individuals and associations for dealing with terrorist activities and for matters connected therewith. Till the year 2004, unlawful activities referred to actions related to secession and cession of territory. Following the 2004 amendment, Terrorist Act was added to the list of offences. The 2019 amendment empowered the government to designate individuals as terrorists. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Both Indian and foreign nationals can be charged. It will be applicable to the offenders in the same manner, even if the crime is committed on a foreign land outside India. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Next question. Green Education Partnership, recently seen in the news, is associated with which of the following organizations? UNESCO, World Bank, International Monetary Fund, or Association of Environmental and Resource Economists? The correct answer is option A, UNESCO. UNESCO has been leading the Greening Education Partnership, which more than 80 member states have now joined, and enables collaboration between more than 1,300 organizations, including UN agencies, civil society, and youth organizations, as well as the private sector. It aims to transform at least 50% of schools, colleges, and universities into green schools by 2030, preparing learners to become climate ready and active participants in sustainability initiatives. It also aims to achieve a green national curriculum in 90% of countries by 2030. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Next question. Consider the following statements regarding G7 countries. 1. It was formed as the G6 after the inflation and recession sparked by the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries oil embargo. 2. Russia joined the grouping a year later after its formation. 3. There are no formal criteria for membership. How many of the statements given above are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, or none? The correct answer is option B, only 2. G7 was formed as G6, that is group of 6, by the United States, France, Italy, Japan, the UK and West Germany in 1975 after inflation and recession sparked by the OPEC oil embargo. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Canada joined the grouping a year later in 1976. In 1998, Russia was formally admitted to the group, making it the G8. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. There is no formal criteria for membership, but all participants are wealthy democracies. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Next question. Which of the following was the only member from Northeast India to be elected to the drafting committee of the Indian Constitution? B.L. Mitter, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, K.M. Munshi, or Muhammad Sadullah? The correct answer is option D, Muhammad Sadullah. Drafting Committee of the Indian Constitution. Muhammad Sadullah was the Prime Minister of Assam in British India. He was also the chairman of the Guwahati municipality in 1919 and Minister in charge of Education and Agriculture for Assam from 1924 to 1934. The Assam Legislative Assembly elected Sadullah to the Constituent Assembly of India in 1947, and it later elected him to the drafting committee. He was the only member from Northeast India to be elected to the drafting committee of the Indian Constitution. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Next question. Which of the following best describes the concept of decoupling in international trade? It refers to the simultaneous economic growth and trade interdependence between countries. It is the process by which countries reduce their economic and trade dependencies on each other. It indicates the strengthening of trade ties and economic integration among global markets, or it involves the elimination of trade barriers to promote free trade between nations. The correct answer is option B. It is the process by which countries reduce their economic and trade dependencies on each other. Decoupling in international trade refers to the process or trend whereby a country's economy becomes less dependent on the economic performance of other countries. This concept can manifest in several ways, including reducing trade dependencies, diversifying trade partners, and increasing self-sufficiency. The idea is to minimize the impact of global economic fluctuations, crises, or political instability on a nation's own economy. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Next question. Regarding delimitation, consider the following statements. 1. It means the process of fixing limits or boundaries of territorial constituencies in a country or a province having a legislative body. 2. The orders of the Delimitation Commission in India have the force of law and cannot be called in question before any court. 3. In India, such delimitation commissions have been constituted 6 times to date. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 only, 1 and 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3? The correct answer is option A, 1 and 2 only. Delimitation literally means the act or process of fixing limits or boundaries of territorial constituencies in a country or a province having a legislative body. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The Delimitation Commission in India is a high power body whose orders have the force of law and cannot be called in question before any court. Hence, statement 2 is correct. In India, such delimitation commissions have been constituted 4 times. In 1952, under the Delimitation Commission Act 1952, in 1963 under the Delimitation Commission Act 1962, in 1973 under the Delimitation Act 1972, and in 2002 under the Delimitation Act 2002. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Last question is, what is the primary objective of Mission Raftar? To fasten immunization under the Aspirational Blocks program, to increase the speed of freight and passenger trains, to enhance patent registration in India, or to expand the railway network to Himalayan areas. The correct answer is option B, to increase the speed of freight and passenger trains. Mission Raftar envisages speed enhancement and achieves a target of doubling the average speed of freight trains and increasing the average speed of superfast mail express trains by 25 km per hour. It also aims to offer semi-high speed trains to passengers by running trains at a speed of 160 to 200 km per hour in the selected corridors of the country. It was introduced in the railway budget of 2016-17 and approved by Niti Aayog in 2017. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Now is the time for practice question. Consider the following statements about the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. 1. It is Europe's largest nuclear power station and supplied 50% of Ukraine's electricity prior to Russia's invasion in February 2022. 2. It is the first operational nuclear power plant ever to be seized and militarily occupied during an armed conflict. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching. For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.